Oh, namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang this evening, and welcome to all of you who are looking in through internet. Welcome to today's Satsang. Very good. Okay.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
There is a question that rises in my heart. Every time you say the self cannot go anywhere,
Yeah.
but I experience it as though it goes.
It goes.
Yesterday at the evening satsang, I had recognized myself, but not much time after, it just seemed as it went away. And although I know in my heart that it can never go away, it seems that something is going away.
Okay.
And it feels like the recognition or the ability to recognize it goes away.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask if it's possible that even after recognizing myself, there is still something that has to be practiced, and maybe
When you say, when you recognize self, if there's you and self, yes, one must leave. You see, if you recognize the self, and one must leave. Either the self, if you say it is recognized, then it means that somehow it is a phenomenal representation or some sort, and then that will go. That will go. And you say, yes, I really felt it was here, but it go. But in that instant when it is recognized, were you here?
No.
You see, this is the thing. In that instant of recognition, were you here, you see? Were you as you there? That's what it means, the recognition of the self means the one recognizing it is not apart from it. You were not there. You as the person was not there, if it's a true recognition. And that's why you're so happy. When this you is gone, you're happy. So which you is happy? The absence of the person reveals great joy, because the person actually is just a construct. The self does not go. It is like each day we watch the sun rise and set, going up and down. But relative to the earth, the sun does not move. It is the earth that is turning, and as it turns, it gives the impression you cannot feel the earth's turning. What it appears as though is like the moon is going down, the sun is going down, as the earth seems to revolve away from it. But you don't feel the earth's turning. So it appears as though it is the sun that went up and went down, but actually, relatively, it doesn't move. The earth is turning around. But this you don't feel. And similarly, your mind, you say, oh, yes, I feel the self, and now it is going. But it's more that the mind stuff or the personal stuff is coming back in. And then focus goes there as a kind of reflex, because that has been the whole habit.
Seems that attention has to be practiced to stay at the recognition.
The attention maybe has to be practiced to recognize the true place. Because even if you say, because the self is here, like somehow when the self is, when you say you recognize it, was it you and it? Were you there as a recognizer of it? Why is it so beautiful? Because it's a total unity. It does not admit to parts. And the person is a part. And a part. You see? So you are the self. You are the self. But normally identifying yourself as a portion, as the person, which is some aggregate of mind and memory and conditioning and identity and so on. And that play give rise to the sense of a person with your own individual autonomy and all of that. So we believe in this. But in order to even appear to be a person, you can only do it from consciousness. It can only happen as consciousness. There's no other factor involved in this. But it is a very limited expression of consciousness.
Well, the recognition is coming and going. It doesn't stay for long.
Yes. The recognition, which is rooted in duality, does not stay for very long. It comes and goes. Like everything else that is a manifest play of duality, it comes and goes. Even your identity is not constant. It comes and goes. There's something that recognizes, you see. That which recognizes is not personal, actually.
I just can't suffer anymore. And
you can't suffer anymore.
I just can't let it go.
Yes.
I just can't let the recognition go away.
Yes.
One more time.
Yes. Why not let everything go? Including even the sense of recognition. For one moment you do now with me. Yeah? Don't hold anything, no practice, even to keep faithful, to recognize the self, keeping your attention on the self. Let everything go for a moment. Now you do it. Don't apply any effort. So, okay, if it's not here by itself, if it's not constant, if it comes and goes, let it come and go. Okay? There is something here that's not coming and going. Something is not coming and going. In respect to that, everything else perceived is coming and going. Discern the difference now. Make no effort, even to stay. Even to stay. Because if you make an effort to stay, you become a stayer. You see? So that which is just by itself, it neither comes nor goes. Don't avoid this now. Be fully on board with what I'm speaking now. This is how you'll find that which is eternally present. Then if something is coming and going, let it come and go. Don't interfere, let it come and go. It cannot be this. It cannot be the thing which doesn't come and go. Even the one who is, trying to stay, if there's an identity, trying to stay in this place, even this effort not required. This will also be seen. Now, yes, I am making an effort to stay. You see? And then that's not the thing which just stays. It makes no effort to stay. It does not even stay. It is so here, it doesn't stay. It simply is. Does space stay as space? It simply is. And don't give it to your mind, because the mind says, I give up. I give up. And then you say, Mooji, I can't do it. I give up, I can't do it. Don't follow your mind. So leave everything now. And don't accept any conclusion that wants to take shape in your head. Don't form any conclusion. Don't hold on to anything, not even no name or gender or anything. Any aspiration, even for liberation, leave everything. Be entirely empty of intention or desire. This is not difficult. All can do it. And then examine what remains. Now, a mind tendency is going to be quick to try and attack this. You see? It will say, oh yes, I got it. Nobody can get it. It can only be recognized. Leave everything. Don't even wait for any result. The self is not a result. The mind tries to capture what, okay, so now what is here then? What is here? What is here is what is here. It has no name. Maybe a voice comes or a thought that says, but that's not useful for anything. Or I know this, so what? But you must discard all those voices. And again, not wait. The voice that says, okay, what now? So now what? What's next? There is no next.
It can stay for a few moments, but then the mind overwhelms me.
You being what? The mind overwhelms me. You being what?
Person.
The person. Is that all you are?
No.
Okay. Then let the person be overwhelmed. There's awareness of the person being overwhelmed. Let that carry on in the corner. Let go over there. Let it carry on. Be overwhelmed over there. But you are here. Don't be so quick to claim the position of the identity. Why isn't the self overwhelmed? Why doesn't the mind try to overwhelm the self? Why just little you?
But the habit is so strong.
Yes. Yes. Whose habit? Whose habit? Let's try and clarify. Whose habit?
The system's habit.
The system's habit, yes. Yes. What perceives system and habit? Is it locked into the system or outside? Is it in the box or outside? The perceiving of that.
Somehow part of the system. It's here. It's cannot be separate. It cannot be separate.
What cannot be separate?
The one that perceives.
The one that perceives cannot be separate from the system. So that is good. Up to a point, is good. The whatever function is happening, the perceiver, if it has any interest in the functioning, shares reality with the functioning. Isn't it? If it has any interest in what it perceives, then it, as a link, there's a link between the two. Is true or not? What perceives the link? Is not the link perceived also? And you cannot be that. Even if you feel, I share somehow my reality with the system, Yet, when the system is malfunctioning or no more present, does it mean you are not present? Are you not able to witness the presence and the absence of the functioning of the system? It's subtle things, you see, but they really matter here now. At this level of looking, everything matters now, you see. It's like being untangled. To then see that I was not really entangled. Just the belief is being untangled. Because the belief in being entangled in something will not allow or permit you to admit your freedom.
That's another thing. And yesterday I discovered that there is another fear in me, and it is not of falling asleep again, it's of waking up completely.
Yes, that's another hoax fear. Because in sleep and in dream, you never have the fear of waking up. You may be enjoying a dream so nicely, you're not ready to wake up. Sometimes you're enjoying a dream so nice, and then you have to go and relieve yourself in the bathroom, and you're able to go, and you hold on, and you just go back to bed and reconnect, and you carry on your dream. You see, if you want to continue that. But it's not a fear of waking up. If there's a fear of waking up, it must be to do with some kind of contamination inside the system, you see. Like some people, they wake up and they say, oh no, not again, not another day. So this is not healthy experience. And what is the fear of waking up? Why with the fear of waking up? Because
I just don't know what I'm going to find there. Maybe fear of the unknown.
Darling, you are the unknown. Taking comfort from the apparent known. This is why we are so profoundly comfortable and happy being nothing. Because you cannot come to the end of nothing. Nor the beginning. All this knowledge is inside you already. But the fear is only a play, a game, that mind has been given the role to play and to introduce on your behalf, in your name.
Thank you.
Thank you. But don't go just yet. It's not the right time to go.
It's not time to go.
Mind felt relief for a moment, isn't it? But you must choose, you see, the difference between mind and yourself. If you go now, that was a near-death experience. Isn't it? So you can make a conscious choice whether you want to look more deeply into this or save it for another day.
Yes, I do want.
So we're here, no? And what is your present state? How would you introduce yourself in this moment? What is your stance? What is your position now? As what are you here?
I witness a lot of movement and
Yeah.
inner noise.
And?
Inner noise.
And the noise, okay. Okay, that's weakness. There's nothing you have to do about that.
Yeah.
If the minute you start to complain about this, then you, in some way, you strengthen the relationship with that. If you ignore it, it has no other option but to collapse into silence, into emptiness. You see? And this strength you must exert, this power you have, you see? So this noise is there, and then, somehow. So we're not going to make a story about the noise at all, you see? Because the noise is only a tiny blip in the immensity of what is here, Apart from this blip of noise,
There is a witness, the witnesser.
Yes. So therefore, if you speak about the weakness, then therefore you must be prior to the weakness, because you are able to witness the weakness. So you say the weakness is there also. And suddenly the witness becomes phenomenal. You see? And so a deeper space where witnessing of the phenomenal weakness has occurred now.
Yes.
So now you must admit something. Where and what are you here? What is your shape?
No shape.
Are you really up for this? Because you're not creating anything. You're simply being clear-eyed about it. You're simply somehow noticing and confirming. That's all. It's nothing that you're not going to make any mistake. What is here?
Presence.
Huh?
Just presence.
Presence also is witnessed. Sense of presence, the sense of existence, and a form in which existence announces itself, that is also perceived. No need to discard that, leave that there, no trouble. But the very fact that it is perceived means that there's a subtler space in which even presence now you're capable of perceiving. Maybe a while ago we would not even be able to talk about presence or be conscious of it. Maybe our consciousness would only admit to being person or body-mind functioning. But now you are even able to perceive presence, which is also, you may say, it is the godly principle also. The sense of existence, the sense I exist, I am, is observed in and by what? First, the fact is that it is observed. Are you now an object in the field of your own observation? Are you in front of the lens or behind the lens of seeing?
Front.
Huh?
In front.
You're in front, so you're an object in the...
No.
No,
There are
you're not.
lots of objects in front of me.
Yes, you see? Yes. And you are what then? Can it be said? Experience first. Examine. You can confirm this in your own silence, you can do that. Your saying outwardly is secondary. You confirm in your silence, How far can we go in any direction to come to the edge of you?
Just have no words for it.
No words for it. Where is mind now?
Somewhere there in the corner.
It's in the corner. Which corner? You have corners? Yeah? You have some corner? When you said that, did you change and become a shape to say that? When I asked you where is mind, and you said over there in the corner, did you become something to say that?
I guess I did.
You can look and see. It's very subtle, you see. Yet, even if it appears as though you change form to say this, it's a very insignificant thing. No big deal. No big deal. On any layer of the manifest, you are still totally intact. You are the totality. You remember that. If you're conscious of it, then at any time you can gauge from which realm, from which layer you're speaking. Where you are and as what you are, can you fade or go away?
No,
Can the mind make you believe that?
not me.
How do you feel?
Joy. Full of joy.
Yeah. Is there anything left to be done now?
The mind is saying that at the moment not, but
But what?
soon it will fade.
Huh?
Soon the recognition will fade.
The recognition will fade. Who is it speaking to?
Someone it likes to scare.
Someone who?
Someone it likes to scare.
And who would that be?
Person.
Which is where? No. Actual or remembered? Actual or imagined?
Constructed.
Constructed. Yeah. The rest you must work out by yourself now. The rest you must go and sit and just marinate in what you are, what your very being is confirming to itself. And the mind wants to catch your attention and to remind you of some things to play with. And you remember we used to have fun, come, and do things like this. So you must then choose that you are, it's worth to give that attention to your mind, or to stay and just marinate in your juice. And this is something. It's a good time to leave you, let you go, and you be with yourself now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. We choose our spots now? Okay, come on, let's promise.
Hi, Guruji.
Yeah.
I knew I had to be here on stage in the same way I knew that I had to come to Monte Sahasha and meet you. In the same way I knew that the first time I saw you speak on YouTube as well, I felt immense love and the recognition of what I truly am. I want to thank you. I really want to thank you for showing us that we are beyond this, that we are beyond even experience, and that life is a miracle, the greatest miracle. I feel very nervous. I know that in this scene has burned a lot of things, and I know it's going to continue to do that. So it's not really like I have a question or I'm asking for something, but something I do notice is that I see a lot of light, and I feel a lot of love and joy, but something always kind of like gets too amazed by it, I guess, and then I kind of lose it in some way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It's like I get too excited or something like that. And I remember you were saying the other day that men also fear life.
Yes.
And that really, I really felt that in my heart in some way. I felt that was truth for me.
Yes. Yes. The fear goes when again the seeking consciousness is again in its right, in its source, then the fear will go. Because you're beyond the range and the realm of death and life in the way that it is conceived through the mind. No? And you will notice there are some things that you know without study. They just get confirmed in your spirit, and you just come to know. You see? There are other things that we learn mentally, and then we think we know them, but in a moment of stress, it collapses, and it cannot hold together, because perhaps it is only mentally or intellectually convincing. But the thing that happens inside your heart feels at one with you, and it cannot leave any more than the self can leave. In fact, the self cannot leave. It is not mobile in that way, and yet it is the source of all movement, of all phenomena. Everything derives their apparent being from that, and are sourced in that, and are sustained and maintained by that. And yet it does not move to the left or the right to do that. It neither expands nor contracts. And even if it could be measurable in human concepts, thousands and millions of years make no impact on it at all. And so when we feel sometimes, and you remind me by saying that, of someone who say she was walking in the market, and after suddenly there was just walking in the market, body moving, and then the realization came, like, where am I? Where am I? And a little fear come, and with that fear coming in, it seemed to trigger a kind of being sucked back in the body again, and a momentary sense of, thank God for this, and then, oh my God, what would have happened if it just had continued? So these are little signs that come because actually the experience was very pleasant. It's very beautiful, but the mind somehow comes up and says, "But where are you? Something's wrong. You see, you are missing." You see, and, thank you. You see, so this thing you can watch it, yeah. And as long as the body is here and vital force is here, consciousness is here, some thought activity And some of these contrasts will come. That you feel tremendous love, as you say, and peace and this lightness, and then something comes and seems to, crash into this, and then the sort of the person emerges again, and the more the person keeps intruding, the less tolerant you will be of him. You see. Then after a while, you're totally disgusted. But then you don't take it too personally. You understand, because if you take it too personally, then you become person again. You see. It is funny how this thought creates thinking and belief and identity, is manufacturing more and more concepts like that. But as soon as you catch hold of the root, first the root concept, the I experience, or the I belief, or the I thought, and you see that it is the most significant concept or word in any language. I used to playfully say, it is the slimmest letter in the alphabet, and yet the whole world is hiding behind it. I, you see? This I. Many times we start our investigation in what the I perceives, what the I relate to, what the I believes, and so on. But gradually your investigations narrows down and it starts to look at the I. When you start to look at the I, yes, then very, very, very important changes begin to happen, you see, to determine, because the I seems like it functions on different levels, or like a shapeshifter. Yeah, because it says, God says, I am. But the devil also say, I am. Ego also say, I am. So which is the right I am? So you have to keep on looking each time we're speaking, but I did this, and yes, I want, and this is happening to me, and keep checking. When you say this me, what are you referring to? Is it phenomenal? Is it personal or impersonal? And you'll find most time it is personal. Then you see how often you're relating from the position of person. And then you'll feel some uneasiness about that. You become conscious of it. And your consciousness of this, of constantly referring and relating from the position of the person, you see, will trigger the aspiration to go beyond this limited representation. It is happening also automatically. It's not that I'm giving you homework to go and do and any kind of spiritual gymnastics particularly. But if the urge is inside, then somehow it activates almost an automatic sadhana, that you're fascinated to keep going more and more, deeper and deeper. You're pulled in because of your own sense of urgency. And in fact, the self-discovery is like that. It starts out maybe as a mild form of curiosity or something, and then as you come in a little bit more, it becomes sort of like urgent to go more. You see? You have the urge, and the urge becomes urgency, urgent. And after urgency comes emergency. Like somehow, no, I've got to, no, it has to finish today, and this is a very crucial point, you see. It means that I cannot tolerate anymore, I cannot carry the egoic identity anymore. These are powerful signs that the bread is almost baked. Something inside cannot carry the personhood feeling. It becomes intolerable, you see. And then you see also you cannot snap your finger and change it also. And that again strengthens the sense of urgency, you see. All of this, the universe is arranging it. There sometimes come a time you cannot go another hour with that. It's not you personally cannot do it. you're hatching open. Yeah. From potential to actual. Then you will not be troubled by the quivering mind. It will not catch you. You're far too attracted to the self to have time. I actually found a piece of paper. I brought it here because somebody wrote this. I don't know who it is. This one. Who is Russell? Someone wrote like this. He says, "Mind is blabbering, but it doesn't matter because I am in love with my heart." Huh? My mind is blabbering, but it doesn't matter because I am in love with my heart. No competition. Huh? But his mind is blabbering and, really? Then you are turning away from the beloved. You see? You're at your own wedding with the beloved. And then you are sort of flirting with the best man. Well, the worst man in this case. Yes, what? Really? You see? So mind is blubbering, but it doesn't matter because I am in love with my heart. This is some. It touched me when I read this. To be in love with that which cannot abandon you. We used to talk about this story of, in olden times more. One yogi, he went to the forest as they would do, and to meditate, and they said they could meditate for many months even. You see, so he goes there and he lays down his skin and sits down, and he's in meditation, and he's so still, so still. So after a few weeks, one vine is crawling, coming towards his body. And it starts to wind itself around his finger. And up the arm. Up. And then it stops. It starts to unwind. Unwind. And then goes to the tree, next to the tree, and went up in the tree. So the consciousness of the plant, say, this is a great yogi, He's going to meditate for a good long time. But one day, he will get up. And when he gets up, he will break me. Then I better not, I won't rely on him. Better I go to the oak. He will outlast me. And then he goes there. So when you are fallen in love again with your own heart, it will not leave you. People say, oh yeah, it goes away. No, it does not go away. You go away. You turn away. Yeah? Whatever you conceive yourself to be, that turns away. And because it's given so much importance, it feels like, a separation has taken place. But in reality, no separation, because yourself and the self, they are synonymous. It's the same. It's one.
Yes, it feels like the last, one of the things one has to overcome is self-doubt. I read Ramana Maharshi saying that it was one of the last things that you really have to overcome. And I see that in me. I see how sometimes I doubt that I can be this.
Yes.
Even though I know it. But sometimes, like, if I'm really challenged or something, I feel there's doubt.
Again, right there, you would stop. There will come a time you will not finish that sentence, you see. As soon as it feels, now this doubt is self-doubt, then you must go, whose doubt is it? Go and look. Don't buy into the cliche of this saying, because maybe who is this and who is... No. Actually do find out. Whose doubt is it? Is it the self's doubt? Is it the mind's doubt? Whose doubt is it? You see? And you look and see, actually, what the doubt is phenomenal, you see. And so the doubter must also be phenomenal. So if the I says, oh, I have this doubt, then that I is phenomenal. And what weakness is this phenomenon? See if this can be caught. Immediately, you see, it's going and you twist him, you see, it brings him back to the source. Because he wants to go up, then he branches out and wants to go up. And you see, so you catch him early, pull him out. You see? Don't believe, because as you believe, then what happens? It perpetuates the state. And it starts to grow like a weed. You see? This self-doubt. These, if they persist and it becomes a sort of like a feature in you, it is normally referred to as a vasana, meaning a deep-rooted tendency. And why to root it out? Because left unchecked, it has the power to sort of hold the beingness hostage, you see. You're not going any further, you see. And it will feel like, I'm stuck. I can't go any further. The mind has shut me down. It's closed all the windows, no movement. But that cannot happen to an awakened being. They laugh at that. What you're talking? There's no such thing. Your belief, you have believed it into existence, and it's become your experience. Then you may say, but how do I unbelieve it? And then you will say, well, you who will unbelieve? The one who believes, the believer and the unbeliever are both phenomenal. But can you be caught by this? Will you catch this understanding? Or will it just feel like it's mental? It cannot be mental, you see. It cannot be some abstraction. You must feel it in your guts. You must feel the power of it, because immediately it will transform your inner environment. It will completely change the orientation from a field of doubt and into complete bright joy. It's a question of whether you're at the stage whereby these words can be truly activated within you, that they really connect at a heart level with you, or they still feel like there's some distance to go before you can really, digest what I'm pointing to. If the sense of personhood feels more strong, then you tend to revert back to personhood, you see. In spite of my saying, but the person is only phenomenal. It will feel it's not phenomenal to me. It feels real. I really do feel stuck, and I feel this doubt, and it's overwhelming, and it crushes every opportunity for me. Because you believe very much in your you. You, when I say you believe, who am I referring to? You, the consciousness, the dynamic consciousness in this body, is believing yourself to be a person. So you come under the jurisdictions and the limitations of a person. If any of you listen to this again, you must listen intently and try to follow every word, because there's nothing here to waste. And follow and listen and listen. Listen and listen inwardly and watch inwardly what is happening with you. And in a short time, you're out of this forest, you see, of confusion. So though it is referred to as vasana, there's no vasana for the self. There's no obstacle for the self. These things are completely different region altogether. Therefore, sometimes I say, you have to be the cow that jumped over the moon. You see? Because people say, well, cows can't jump over the moon. Yeah. But what it means is that if you stay in the mentality cows cannot jump over the moon, and then you will continue eating grass. That's your thing. But when I mean by the cow jump over the moon, I mean that you must do what feels impossible from your mind. You see? Which is to recognize that you're watching all of this, which you cannot refute, you cannot deny, that all of it is only as you perceive it. Your life and your world is only according to your mind's perception of it. It cannot be held up as a fact. It's more of a fiction, actually. As is the identity of a person, fictitious. I can say this to you because I know you are the self, complete, full, everlasting, imperishable, unborn, magnificent. But you listen. I am not paying you a compliment. I'm not flattering you to say you are the self. Declare a simple fact, as yet to be confirmed within your own hearts about it. And to be confirmed in very much the way that I'm directing right now. If you follow, you will see, ah. One day you will say, Vasana, what's that? I don't know anything about Vasana.
It feels sometimes that I'm trying to serve the wrong one, you could say. That
Yes.
Because this has such a beautiful effect and everything that something clings to how beautiful life becomes.
Yeah.
Instead of like putting your head in the feet of God, you could say, and just,
yes,
staying there.
Yes, this is why I refer to it as the recovering consciousness. Because for a while it has come under the sway or the influence, of the egoic thinking, you see, and conceive itself to be a very small thing and at the mercy of thought and so on. But as it's waking up is a good term, you see. It's waking out of the sleep of ignorance of its own source. And so your joy is increasing. Sometimes joy, people say, when this kind of oscillation of the attention, sometimes the attention swings back into the heart. And in those moments you feel, oh yes, yes. Oh yes, 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 yes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. But then some swinging out happen. And then the people, oh no. I've lost it, it's gone. God has thrown me away, and what am I going to do? And did it really happen? And all this type of stuff. And again, it comes back in, and how could I ever doubt this? Who could doubt this? Where is the doubter? There's no such thing. Oh, thank you. Yes. There's only the self. Oh my God. So this movement is also in the early stages. You experience this feeling that I am now swept away again, and when will this end? Mooji, please help me, pray for me, and all this kind of stuff. And then when you come back in and say, yeah. Now Mooji, I'll pray for you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes, yes. And then gradually it comes to a point where you say, hang on a second. But this very oscillation is watched. You see? What happened? How did that happen? Somehow the feeling comes and feels nice, but one doesn't overly identify with that. And then it goes out and one doesn't feel, oh, it's misery and something is lost. It is all seen more phenomenally, you see. Then you pay attention to the place from where this is watched, you see. No excitement, but a quiet joy, you see, and a deep feeling of contentment is there, you see. So these are stages within the returning consciousness, you can say like that. And that is within the phenomenal play called life or existence, you see. The sage has gone beyond that. Though having a body and enjoying the food and all of these things, finding no fault with them, not rigid, not tight, not over moralistic or nothing. They adapt to every condition like a chameleon. They are suitable in any place because they are free of opinion, you see. One with the unending. Where is this sage? In you? Like we are taking, successive births backwards into the Absolute. Yeah.
You mentioned many times about walking out of the life.
Yes.
By walking out of the life, do you unknowingly hurt close relations? And but in here, it's just so much love and so much gratitude about the love and support. But I don't see anything else.
Yes. In this sense, when I may have used this term, walked out of my life, meant I walked out of my paradigm of life, out of what life appeared to be to me. All that was being held together to preserve everything. Something is inside compels a stepping away from this. It was not thinking, oh, I'm leaving my family, I didn't go to Himalayas. I stayed in the same town, right in Brixton. Yeah? And somehow I did not have the facility to leave and go somewhere where I can kind of act it out or nothing. Right there, where I was a teacher in college, my students would see me sitting in the town and things like that. Say, sir, what are you doing here? I had to live that out to face this thing, you see? And all the things that the mind raises, like, oh, you're going to have to be looking into bins for your food because you got nothing. And you see? But right there also is a tremendous power, a mysterious and magical power, that every now and again it opens up as like a wave of illumination and gives tremendous encouragement and energy in presence, you see. And you feel, yes, all is good. And sometimes it seems to go. And this coming and going is very important. It's much misunderstood. It's much misunderstood, you see. That it is the most powerful because it is said that even Jesus on the cross, in the closing light of his life, his earthly life, he said, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, means, my God, why have you forsaken me? And this emptiness, this absolute left aloneness is in the most. It is the greatest love. And it seems strange to say that. I can't explain that so easily to say. But it does things that can only be confirmed through experience. You see. So this feeling of started by saying you walking out of this life and so on. It was I was compelled. It was not a decision taken. I am going to do something. It was something compelled to do it, and there was something so universal and something so compassionate about it also. You know, not from the person's perspective, but it was an urge, a sense deeper down that it had to be like that. I had to do it, and it was a great joy. It was a great joy.
Yes.
And this is why sometimes I ask, you know, as I have done here with someone, to ask you, did you decide to stop seeking, or was it a compelling urge to that, or it just dropped away? It happened spontaneously. There was no one there making the decision to do anything. It just had to be. It was already scripted somewhere. It had to be gone through. You see. So it happens like this, and then you may think, yeah, you know, but you ask, did it cause pain to your loved ones? Some pain cannot be avoided. It was not done against anyone. But also, your own transcendence is for their benefit. It's a chance they have also. It helps, you know, you cannot constantly be, you know, under the fist all the time to say, oh yeah, you must do everything to satisfy the projections of your family or whatever. Sometimes a deeper urge is there, and you must answer that calling. You see, later, in hindsight, all look upon it and see, yes, it isn't good indeed, you know. If they may not say that, they may not even talk to you. But, you know, you will never doubt that what happened had to happen and is important for you. It's not an act against your family. Yeah.
There are no doubts
Yes.
here.
Yes.
There are no doubts at all.
Yes.
There are just so much joy and happiness and
Yes.
and total. I have not even answers when somebody asks,
Yes.
so what you're doing? I don't know.
Yes. They also don't know what they're doing. We just have a better way of pretending it. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing on this planet. You understand? we just go for the popular version of whatever our minds think. So it's not that there is any real cynicism about this, but we should not take it so deeply also. Sometimes, you know, you must tell the difference also between crocodile tears and real tears. You see? Sometimes, you know, there is something that people see you moving out of the shape they create of you in their own minds, and that you will not play the part that they want for their convenience. And you are stepping out into a space that will enable, or at least give the chance for their own life to see something. Not that you're doing it with that intention, but it has that enormity about it. You're making a step not just for you. It is a grand step. It is a step of existence. It's not just of a person.
It does also feel like that there is full support.
Yes.
Complete.
Yes.
Support.
The universe from time to time, and you know, the grace of God reveals this and shows you the support you have. If not from human beings, you know, from other things will come. To show you are supported, you're on the right way, to encourage you on the way. It's not just a straight line. Sometimes it's a wriggly line. But somewhere along something feels, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. because they will have to look upon you, and if their heart is open enough, their heart will confess, I love what I see. But some are stubborn, They say, no, what are you doing? Go and get a job. You're radiating the light of God. Go and get a job, And don't look at me like that. Whatever. But you're not to be afraid, and you must not feel guilty, in fact. Because many times we rebel against what is true. But it's only a reaction in the beginning. And gradually we must have the strength to allow life to respond with its own ouches. You see? And then there's a space for that. It's okay. It's not that you do it willingly or intentionally to give offense, but you cannot please everyone. No. And there has never been a being who was loved by everybody. Not even God.
Thank God.
Thank God. You seem to want to say something up there. And both of you can come up and speak, and also you can come too. Yeah. It is good. Both come. You can come. You say after that. Yeah.
I already stepped out of my life some time ago. But from today morning, something just is coming stronger and stronger for me to say one more time, just that I want to step up completely.
Yes.
Like, I already done this. It's no interest in this anymore.
Yes.
I just surrender all my life.
Yes.
Totally and completely.
Yes, yes. Stepping out of your life in its truest significance is an internal thing than merely an external thing. It is something that is to cut away from all those voices that suppress your spontaneity and hold you hostage, like you're not free to move, you're not free to dance, you're not free to love and to discover and to make mistakes also. You're free to make mistakes. You must allow room for this. And to be kind to yourself. But also apply similar kindness to everybody else. You see? So this stepping is to a willingness, a clarity to not to always dance to the tune of others, And if people ridicule your path, you must not keep company with them. Don't eat with them who curse the expressions of God.
Mooji, you just revealed freedom here.
Yes.
So I surrender everything to you.
Yes. Yes. Then be free with me. This is a magnificent existence. And you're not an accident here. Each life must stand up boldly to declare and to make manifest the glory of God. And if duality has any meaning, is to have the joy of saying, thank you for that. Glory to that. You come here.
Namaste, Guruji. Thank you. I cannot explain in words what the grace I have. I've not been fortunate. I've been not worthy to have what I got from you and Supreme. But there is means I've been following for years now, couple of years, and there's been a shift of understanding and then getting back into the personality. And I always wonder that what role I am playing is not supportive. As a person, I'm playing what role I am. On the same time, if I talk about my personal situation, I don't have any, by God's grace, I don't have any responsibility on my shoulder, no financial responsibility, no someone who's dependent on me. So on the same time, everyday morning I think, why should I be doing what I'm doing? Every day I'm going office, earning money which I don't need, and just continuing with that. So I don't have any interest in that, but on the same time I read Ramana Bhagwan or you a lot of time, and I have preoccupied understanding that even if I ask this question, the answer will be that decision will come from within yourself. It won't, shouldn't take decision. But that's not coming, and it's just that routine is continuing, and that routine, a lot of energy goes to defend to that routine life or that personality have so much restraint in the world where you have to again come back into the person because situations are not conducive for your realization. So my question is, I want to take a step where I just surrender, do what really God wants from me, just complete surrender to that, instead of continuing the role which I don't want. So should I take that call? I just means I don't know. I just want to know from you.
I feel that as a result of this time together, some things will become more clear for you about this. Because sometimes we find ourselves doing things that you see, but I don't understand why this is happening. And we don't always have to understand, you see? And life keep putting you in this position. You think, well, what is the purpose? I don't see the point of it. I used to have also one neighbor, and then I hadn't seen, in London, sometimes you don't see your neighbors for a long time. And I called on her, and then she kept me there for 2 hours talking about everything on the God's earth. But anyway, so then I said, okay. Then from that day, sometimes I kept bumping into her, And every time I saw her, I knew it was 1.5 hours at least on the street and so on. So it was like this. And then she would talk, and then I was looking for an opportunity, in between breaths or something, to just say, okay, Mom, good, and move. But I could not do it. Small example, could not do it. And then sometimes she even stops, and I thought, now. And then, but my body would not move. It was like, there may be another reason why you are there, still. And even, they don't get the clues. Your feet are turned outward to move. And she doesn't see any of that. She's just telling you, and it's like this. So if you don't when you let go and just say, you know what, I'm just here, And then somehow something relaxes and the water flow again, like this quite often. Sometimes you may be in space for a very long time. If I give even the example of this place here, as a boy at school in Jamaica, I was always drawing things, and I kept drawing this mountain, and with these little huts. And I lived in one of these huts with all the people that I love on this mountain and things like this, And then one time, teacher, Tony Moyang, what are you doing? Nothing, miss. So They come, and what is this? And then they showed the class, my drawing, and everybody had a good laugh and so on. But there was this feeling that was with me for a very long time, like that. And then when I met Papaji, he said, I am not interested in any ashram or any organization because they always sooner or later become corrupt and treat this place like the airport lounge. And then from this, I dropped this idea completely, okay, everything's the airport lounge. Okay? And it felt very free, very light, and so on. And then it came again when Satsang began in London. I saw that, people would come and they would feel, energized and clear, and they'd go back into the field and then come back like contaminated all over again or something with all this stuff. And I thought, no, we need to have a more immersion in this field of satsang, and it's not really enough, and no one seemed to have so much time to give to these things, and so that awake again inside. Until some years back, I just came here for holiday to get a break, and I came to this area. I was staying I went to see Ganga, Papaji's wife, and so she asked me, come, we'll make satsang there. And then one of the people there, they said, I have a place in a place called Moshik, and you can stay there for a few days. So we stayed there. And then one friend, Shivam, he was from Portugal, he told me, there is one friend of mine in this place called Samartino, and she watches satsang, and she really wants to meet you. And I said, yeah, I only have a few days. And no, maybe next time. Then he phoned her, and then he came back and said, she says if you cannot come, she will come. She's willing to come to meet you for coffee or something. So then she came in Moshik, and with Mahadevi, a devotee of Papaji. And we met, and then the feeling was so full of joy. We had so much joy. I said, listen, okay, I come back with you. And this is how I came here. Came in the night, in the morning, I got up, and I heard the chickens and the cock crowing. I said, whoa, what is that, And I said, well, I think I could live in this place. The first time after traveling so many places, I think I could live here. And she said, yes, you can easily find, it's not a tourist area, no? And this is how this place came about. I walked up this hill, look at this place. Then right there we dedicated. If it comes like this, then it will be for Sangha. And we are here today telling you this story.
Thank you.
You see? We cannot say. Maybe you go back and then it becomes very clear. Your heart opens up. It's very clear to say, actually, yes, I make a move in this direction or something. But don't force it. And let it be revealed like that. You're in a very good position, actually. You see. And how things may turn out like this, you don't know. But I feel it's going to be just fine.
In Hindi, we have a saying, I feel like that every day, Dhobi ka kutta na ghar ka na gaat ka. What does it mean? The laundryman, India laundry guy goes in river for washing the clothes, and his dog doesn't belongs to home, neither the bank of river. Because so same way, I'm
Yes.
Neither in this place nor in that place.
Yes.
So yeah.
Very, very good. Maybe you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you
Ready?
so much. Yes. Very good. You come there. You. the lady who I heard had some infection or so, and she's gone? Or you're here? Huh? Huh? Oh, very good. Very good. Huh? You want to go home? But this is home. Get over it.
Beloved Mooji,
And
I cannot convey how completely in love I am with love and with the holiness within my heart.
very good.
And it's been made very clear that love is all there is in the universe.
Yes. When love means the unity of being, which includes and encompasses wisdom also. When it's not merely the object-subject love, but embodies and includes this also. But its highest meaning, the unity of being, found to be the core of your own being.
I thank you infinitely for your grace, for blessing me over and over again.
Yes.
And for your love.
Yes. I'm very happy. Yeah. Very good. Come. So good. Very good. Thank you. Okay.
Mooji, thank you
Thank you.
to be here.
Oh, good.
Total with love and truth. One thing, I was last time in Rishikesh, that what I met you
Yes.
first time. You say that someone asked you a question about your way to realization or whatever, and you said one time that tremendous love embrace you, and you have to follow this. That is not other way. And this love come to me maybe 20 years ago. I was in sleep, but I was lying in bed, and 3 pair of hands come towards my heart.
What came?
These hands, 3 pairs. And I was observing this because I was in sleep. And more closer they come to the heart, or something happened. Like the heart open, glowing. I didn't know what to do and how to respond. But this love, I never forgot. That was love that you can receive here. That is not possible. This love, I want to hold it. I want to catch. I knew it. That's I have only second. I can hold it. I can. This love brought me here, and I realized through these words that you said, you have this love in your heart. That is this that I can't have in this life here.
You cannot what?
That is not possible to have this love here in this physical body. That is like from.
Who told you that it's not possible to have this love?
That's the feeling inside my heart.
Yes.
But
you have it then?
Yes, but I follow until now to realize that's me. That's the life. That's the love. And now I don't have to go anywhere for that. years, 17 years ago, I was in Rishikesh, and it was so many ashrams and so many gurus, and I said, oh my God, that's so many, that's too much. I don't need this any of. I said.
Really, nobody knows why they're laughing anymore. Oh my God. You're truly a special case, I tell you. Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, God, Jesus.
Okay. And I said,
There's more? Oh, God. Can't we just leave it there? No. That's very good, very good, very good.
I said,
Yeah?
I said, I don't need any guru. Guru comes to me, and you are.
Yeah,
And you know what? That's nothing. Because everything is nothing, and nothing is everything. You know, and that's what I was waiting for this nothing, to be nothing, and I'm actually just nothing.
How can we follow that one? I think it's very good. Thank you. Yes, very good.
That's all. There's no end. Feeling.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Will you come?
Hello, Mooji.
Hi, Lorraine.
A few weeks ago, I had a big bump on my head, and I was somehow forced to lie in my bed. And the only thing I could do is listen to the Zima retreat. So there was me and my ego and my mind saying a lot of things. I was just lying in my bed, and I was saying, "Okay, but where does this come from? I cannot be that. It's not possible." So the only thing I could do is tell, "Okay, I'm here. I have the time. Tell me all your stories, and I will see what's going to come out of that." And he did not say anything. And after that, I lost one part of my memory. I cannot remember a lot of things, and that's perfect. And I lost a part of my personality too. Well, I could not do my job in the same way, and yeah, everybody was surprised, but somehow it was wonderful to live it like that. And so I came here to go a little bit more deeper. And so first, thank you for the opportunity to work with the teams in the Seva during this retreat. It's really, yeah, it's amazing to see how things flow without speaking. Well, my ego has been a little bit back during queuing. Because then you just realize that he's telling you, okay, but you have to queue very soon, and then if you queue very soon, you're going to have a nice spot, and if you have a nice spot, maybe he's going to see you, and maybe you're going to talk with Mooji. And I found a wonderful spot 3 days ago, I think, and when I came back, I couldn't see it, and I was somehow over there. I couldn't see you, I could not hear what you were saying. And I felt a wonderful love inside of me, and yeah, that was really great. And since yesterday, I absolutely don't understand any single word of what you're saying. I don't know if it's my mind or if it's just something like that lets go, but at one moment, it was just... I couldn't get any single word. I know what you say, I've understood that, but there was such a big emptiness, and I had the feeling since yesterday that I'm here, but I'm not really here. It's like a play that is in front of me, and yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good.
I had to come and talk with you about that to check a little bit, well, if it's just another play of my...
Well, let's look.
Mind.
Let's look. Because you say that you're not been able to to really absorb or to take in what has been spoken. This is fine for me. the very atmosphere of being here, it does not only work in words necessarily also. You see, whatever is needed, it will serve according to your temperament, capacity, openness, and like this. So when I hear it like this, I don't feel at all badly. I think it's very good. Now, you say there is just this kind of great space, this emptiness or openness, like this. And is it like this now also?
No, now you're talking to me and I understand your words.
Yes, yes. But still, it can still happen like this within a sort of a sense of spaciousness or openness also. Because it is clear that even in that state, some people experience it in a very powerful way that the mind simply stop. Sometimes people experience the mind just stop. Not one letter from any alphabet is coming. And maybe a thought may come and say, but how are you going to live now? Or whatever like this, no? So it can be experienced in different ways. Sometimes you see that the background, everything is being perceived. For myself, I can speak with you on a range of different topics, if it needs to be, without causing any change to my inner state. You see? This is a natural. That's actually the stage called sahaja, actually, the natural state of being, whereby it's not that you are cut off and you're in some kind of trance and you go off and you're gone. No, but all the senses are functioning, and your way of communicating, your of responding, everything is clear, but there is no attachment to it, and there's no identification with it, you see. And it is good that we hear some reports from people for whom this is so. It is a very natural state of being. And the idea that you're talking with somebody upsets that is just an idea believed in and gets actualized through your belief in it. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong at all with moving as you do in your life, meeting people, sending your emails, talking to your family, cooking food. None of these things take you out of the self. That is a myth that has been for a very long time believed and then experienced. The belief is being experienced and taken to be the fact. It is not a fact. You see? Nothing has ever taken you away from yourself except that in the realm of the body-mind functioning and the sense of being, manifesting as a person, experiences all these changeful states and are sort of blown about by them. But in the deep, in the true place, nothing is happening. This is why as you spoke and you say, there's a great space, a great silence, great space is in front of me. And it says, you being what? Different from the space? An entity in the space? Or what are you in that moment?
Actually, I would have the feeling more everywhere.
Yes.
Just I can feel my body is shaking, but
yes.
I'm not shaking, and
your being is not the dimension of your body.
Yeah.
You see, your being is not the shape or the dimension of your body. You see, for a long time we feel through our culture and conditioning that this is the size of you, and your personality, your beingness is sort of like stuffed in it to the proportions that the body can contain or something. But as you grow in understanding and insight, you see not only am I in the body, but also the body is in me as consciousness perceiving. Therefore, and it's not something new, the realization may be new, but the fact is like this. So you're aware of the body tingling and whatever like this. And you said, I asked you this question because you say it's like, it's just in front of me. So it felt like a kind of location. Therefore I asked you, then where is your location and who are you? And your response was that, but I am kind of everywhere. You see? I'm kind of everywhere. You're here. But the sense here is not merely only a geographical location. Here means I'm present. Here means everywhere, actually. There's an everywhere-ness about it. I cannot say where I stop and other begin, in a way. It can happen like that. And still, the sense of I and other can come in where it is still useful functioning without robbing anything of your inherent sense of total harmony, you see. And this movement that happens in the body, moving about, somehow talking, interacting with beings, it begins to be experienced like you're cocooned in some sort of space in which the words that are spoken and actions that are performed, they seem somehow not to penetrate deeply. You see? They seem somehow to bounce off. You can hear things, but they don't seem to be someone who is impacted upon by interactions. I gave the example earlier, like if you've been away from your familiar place of living, and then after some months or a year or so you return, and you find that everything is, you recognize, everything is there. The same people or whatever, all the things you know, but the impact on you is different. You see? Because you're not in the story like that. And it's a beautiful space, a beautiful detachment, a very necessary one for the health of the being. The mind wants you to get all involved in the stories of others, but it puts a lot of strain and claustrophobia in the beingness, you see. Now, you're not looking for friends or looking to avoid, you simply are. And so everything moves in and out of that field of being very nicely, no trouble. There's no need to evaluate or to create any conclusion about anything. The mind wants to do that, you see. So there's no need to define anything, because to define is in some way to confine, and there's no need to be confined. The field of perception is very open, and you move about your own as dictated by the inner urges, and like that, everything is fine. Sometimes mind comes again more strong and re-invite you to sign up for personhood again. You see? And you remember this thing, and so on, so on, so on. You remember how you felt, and then, whoa, hang on a second, what is that? You see, like that. But there will come a time that even if that play happens, the important thing is that you don't think any big deal about it. It's nothing at all. You're naturally not attracted to that. And you develop a natural respect for the self. That is true self-respect, in fact. You love to be in your harmony, in your joy. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to say that indeed my mind this afternoon told me, okay, you don't get a single word, so maybe you should go back home. Yeah. And 2 hours after, I was just something like, oh, when is the next satsang? So, yeah, and here I was sitting and my mind was saying, yeah, you've got a lot of skin problems here, so maybe it's better going back home. And no, it's not.
Yeah. Just like this it happened, you see. It's the same guy, I say, it's the same guy in there whispering, maybe you're not good. And you don't fit in quite, And, yeah. It's not hygienic here. those toilets. No? Whatever, it will find something, and but you have to be a party to it. That something is a little bit, holding with him, then it may have some influence. But you are somehow becoming more clear. This is the most beautiful chance, the most beautiful gift you have given to yourself. To be immersed in that, in the self, and in a supported environment, so that somehow, yes, the mind is here trying its best to, catch some business, but you are here. You can see that much more clearly now. You see. And it has the ability, the power, also to create physical effects, like a migraine or something. Migraine can come, or suddenly some strong pain in the back or something. And you see, it's not good for you. Go home, get a rest. You can come back maybe next season. And all this nonsense will come. You see? But you hold your ground. This is so important.
May I come?
Come. Yes. Once there was one man who was coming to Satsang in London. I want to tell you this. And he had some difficulty with one leg. So he used to walk a little bit limping sometimes gets pain in it. So he had asked one time, can I come and see you in a one-to-one? This is some years ago when I was giving more space for these one-to-one meetings. And I said, okay. And for a couple of times, he missed his appointment. And then generally I say, okay, no, don't bother then. Like this, no? But on the final time, he made an appointment, and then he finally came. So, you came. And I had in those days a small office at the bottom of a block of flats. And nobody knew. It used to be the old boiler room for the flats, but they stopped using boilers. And so we were renting it. Very narrow place with just one window. It was a beautiful time. He came and we went inside. And we were talking. And he said, it was very difficult to come here because this morning I know I've got to come and see you, but from I got up, my pain in the hip is so strong. So, I said, no, maybe I'm not supposed to go. Again, I'm not supposed to go, you see? Because why would this pain be coming? Maybe the pain is a sign not to go. Then even he's walking to get to the bus stop, and then he wait. Then almost he almost had an accident there. Still, he forced himself this time, and he came, and he arrived, and we sat, and we started talking, because he had a strong urge to awaken. But all these obstacles seemed to be showing up at this time. But this time we sat, and as we were talking, it was a regular autumn day in London, very murky, very gray day, like this. So as we were talking, we came to a certain point of recognition. And you know what happened now? Suddenly, the whole room lit up into a very warm, like a sunny glow. It felt like suddenly some heavy cloud had passed, and the whole room filled up with this light. Now, I know it's not coming from outside. Outside is gray. I said, can you see this? He says, yes, I can see. I said, do you know where it's coming from? He said, it's coming from my heart. And then we were in London for some satsangs. I don't remember when it was. And some of you were there. You met him, no? He came to satsang with another friends. He came. I said, this is the one, this one, this one. How is possible? This light is inside everyone. But the mind is trying to cover it. Seem like this. And you must drive. You must not give up. Don't give up. You fall, don't give up. Not here. And so you, in some way, I use a term that you must fight to win yourself back from the influence of the psychological mind and all of its idiosyncrasies and strangenesses, you see. And you have the power. You have the advantage also because you are already the self. You are already the self. So I want to say this because sometimes these things show up and somehow suddenly somebody call you and tell you that, your cat is sick or something, or this thing, and so somebody is trying to break into the house, and it's all a scam. And that if there is something in you that is somehow cooperating and supporting this kind of fearful play, it will somehow seem to magnify, amplify. So be aware of this. Sometimes the more these things, they come up, is because you are so close to your recognition. You are so close. You see? And then you turn away. If there was nothing coming, then it wouldn't make any difference at all. But because the flower of consciousness is opening, you see, something is trying to close it down. I have time for one more visitor. Maybe you can come, or one of you come. Yes. Yes.
So, you are so close, but I can't go.
Come here then. Come here. Come here. Okay. This is good. Okay. Yes, too.
So, you are so close, no? You are so close. I hear your words. You say you are so close to open. The flower of consciousness is opening. I wrote you once. I have two boys, and they're growing alone with me. And I am sometimes so close, but how to give them these, because it's like a war sometimes, to grow up children alone or
yes,
or not alone. How to give them this and to give them the space also to flourish.
Yes.
And it's
How to give them this is you first get it.
Yeah.
You first get it. Because you're the one who is most open to it. So you take your full receiving of it and then let the light share itself how it wants. Otherwise,
sorry. It's it goes like this, it's like war and peace and love and hate and rage and terror.
Yes, yes.
The whole time.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's difficult.
Yes.
So when I'm here, and I hear, and it's unconditional love, and stepping out of your life, and you said stepping out of your life, it's something that happens inside.
Yes.
And this is the wish, just to step out of this person that you learn with your parents also.
Sometimes you have to step away from over-caring.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to, you see, sometimes this is what stepping out means. Why I say it is internal more. Sometimes we are caring too much, minding too much, taking far too much responsibility, putting too much weight on your back. You see? And wisdom helps you to make that discernment. This is important, no? Because you are looking with very, very motherly physical eyes, and you're seeing, and where can I find the space in all of this? And you have to find the space here. And there is no situation that you are living in somehow that by itself blocks you from the realization of the self. We just believe that it does. Because you are already the self. You see? But we are believing that this thing stops you, and I can't do this because of this. And we make it up. We make up our own defense to stay in prison. Of course, you don't do that deliberately, but in some way, we are some over-caring and not knowing how to, that the wisdom inside you is not coming out enough to guide your situation, to know how to captain your ship. So don't worry at the point so much about them getting it right now. You fully imbibe, you fully get it as much as you're capable. And it's not that when you totally get it then, but you may be surprised as you open up and just respect your space, even if it's only 5 minutes. Be fully in that 5 minutes. And the powers know. It will do in your 5 minutes what maybe takes someone 5 hours. It will accomplish in your 5, because that is the time you have. It will do it, you see. But don't make excuses for it. My children are just too demanding and so on. So it can be like this. And parents, particularly single parents, single mothers, single fathers also. Sometimes it's tremendous to grow up teenage children also. We know. And that the demands and the, you see? Because sometimes, as I said before, it's not, we say sometimes you have to walk out, and then, it's like your family, your parents, may look at it this way. But sometimes it is the parents that need to walk out. And it's the children that are saying, what are you doing? Are you out of character? And what are you doing? We don't know who is the one. So it is possible, that's what I'm telling you. It is a change in perspective is often needed to stop putting the focus on waiting for them to change and giving too much, and they're not yet in the space to make use of that by themselves. But when you change, it's not that you're changing ideas, it's you change. And when you change, you see there's something in each of us that knows it is a change. It's not a pretense. It's not a new strategy. It's that you have changed. And something like, whoa, we have to learn about this one, because it is not this. It's not the whole one with a new disguise. It's like your old energy system is behaving differently. You will not be so stirred up so easily. You'll not be, sort of, what you may say, taken advantage of or something like that. A new light, a new understanding and a wisdom is functioning now. And more each day it becomes brighter and more clear for you. It may not change overnight, but you will already be the change, you see. And this is something, because now Mom is God. Actually, which was before not like that. Something inside knows something, wait a minute, God's moving the house. And it's like, he's living in Mom now. So, the The rules have changed. Tremendous changes have happened in the lives of people because of this. Because of this, no? And trust that, and don't plan, ways for it to be expressed, but something is taking care of you. And don't be distracted, and try. When food is given to you, don't give it to someone else right now. You eat. You need this nourishment. You see? And then they can eat after you in this way. Don't keep feeding them and you're starving in the corner, and then they just walk over you and ask you to clean up behind. You see? So you must take the gauntlet. You must take it. And you're in a very good position already because your heart is called by that. You see? Yeah. A tremendous strength will come and change the way the circumstances are unfolding. And maybe the situation begs for it. I told one story about one girl who came to see Papaji, and she had left home. She had not gone to India. She simply left home and went to India. And then while there she met Papaji and lived with Master for some time, because her partner, her boyfriend, used to, I think, be rough with her, beat her up and stuff like that, and she ran away without telling anyone. But after some time, occasion had it that she had to go home for some family thing. And then she approached Master and asked, I need to go home, but I am very much afraid of what will happen now, and like this. And he said, no, you go, everything is fine. So she boarded plane and was on the way. I think she was going to Belgium, someplace like that. So as the plane was landing now, because it seemed like the partner seemed to have a reasonably good relationship with her family, and they didn't know what was going on outside of their view with him. But as the plane was coming into land, she was already feeling anxiety coming, you see. And then she came, and then she went through customs, and she's coming out. As she's coming out, she glimpsed him some maybe 70 meters off, and he started to come towards her. And of course, everything went completely chaos inside. Like she felt he was going to attack her because it seemed like this was the character he was. And he started to come running towards her, and she was like this. She didn't see her family yet. He's coming, but as he was coming towards her, suddenly he fell down and put his head on her feet, holding her feet like this. And she was completely shocked. It was totally out of character for this man. Holding, and she's what people looking as well in the airport, you can imagine. And she's really afraid. But when he came up, she says, what are you doing? What are you doing? He said, I saw you. I was happy to come and to see you and to hug you. But when I came towards you, some power pushed me down on the ground, and my head at your feet, and I had to look like this. I never forgot this thing because I know this power. You see, and it is always here. We are seeing it all the time here in Manti Sahaja also. And when somehow in your heart, you have chosen your life, that this life is for freedom, this life is for truth now. Not truth but for truth, meaning to be who I am in reality, not who I must pretend to be, like that. And then great power come to support you, to support this understanding being established in you, like that. And your life becomes bright, fresh, strong, in a true way. This is my blessing for you. Yes. And there's a silence in you that you must acknowledge. There's a silence in you, a peace in you, a vibration in you that you must acknowledge. Don't keep turning to the mind, giving mind attention and so on, but to acknowledge that this is your support. This is your voice home. This is your ticket home. And that you're not cursed or casted out. You're very much the evidence of love and grace and the Holy Presence. You must accept this. You're not here to be in the role of a bad example. And honor this. Acknowledge and honor this. When you honor it, it will make itself more and more known to you, or will keep revealing things that will encourage you in the way of the Spirit. It will release your intuitive power, your wisdom, openness, fearlessness. It will not delay in that. But don't turn your attention always to mind, giving mind all this. Don't waste your energy in that way. Yes. And don't think in terms of success and failure. Just be the self. There's no story there. There's no biography there. No history. It's ever fresh. And you can confirm this yourself each time. You don't go to the person and just observe and see that that's just a movement. Don't combine yourself with any concept. And that bright awareness is self-evident in you. someone who's coming today. Yes, yes, come and sing for me a little bit as well.
I don't know to sing very good, but today we sing Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. So maybe you can help me because I cannot sing very good. So it's in my heart. My heart is shoo. I don't know how to say, but let's sing a little bit. Sorry. I don't know very good, but my heart is very powerful now. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you start and she'll come in.
You remember? Hare Krishna, Hare... my voice. Please, Krishna, help me. I'm with you.
Which bhajan you were singing today?
Yeah, the last one. The last one, Omkara. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Jai Sitaram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sri Mooji,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Bol,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jai Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Jai Mooji,
Hare
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Krishna Mahadev ki. Right, that's right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Who come in the night, stealing all my troubles and the pain. It is you that protect this child, that guard on this soul, that keep quiet this mind. It is you who walk on this earth, helping all my brothers that are left behind. It is you that white fire inside, where the demons die, where the freedom lies, whether day or night, whether smile or cry, whether left or right, it is always you, it is you whom I've searched for so long without turning my eyes inside. And now that you're here in your light divine, the thousands of suns, they couldn't shine so bright. The thousands of suns, they couldn't shine so bright. Thousands of suns, they couldn't shine so bright. Praise to my Father who dwells in the heavens and in all our hearts. Glory to His Spirit that He wings to our hearts, make it fly high above. Praise to the music that comes out of His mouth and put an end to our sleep. Praise to my Heavenly Father, of whom the mere sight turns the arrogant humble. Praise to His lotus feet that whatever they touch, they make it pure. That wherever they step, that soil is eternally blessed. Praise to my gracious Father who came on this earth. He came wearing nothing but one piece of cloth, not for Himself but to wipe all our tears. Praise to the most humble King who came on this earth just to carry carry us home, to remind us that we can forget of ourselves without losing Him. I don't know what is God, I don't know what is true, just replace me with you. I don't know what is God, I don't know what is true, just replace me with you. I don't know what is God, I don't know what is true, just replace me with you. It is you, the one without which all I'm left with is ignorance. It is you, it's inside your eyes, the love and joy that money cannot buy. It is you that make it all divine. Even my worst mistakes, once at your feet they shine. It is you who remove all my doubts and replace them with faith. It is you, the love that never fades, the reason to smile even if I fail. The reason to smile even if I fail. Praise to my Father who dwells in the heavens and in all our hearts. Glory to the Spirit that gives wings to our hearts, make it fly high above. Praise to the music that comes out of His mouth and put an end to our sleep. Praise to His lotus feet that whatever they touch, they make it pure. That wherever they step, that soil is eternally blessed. Praise to my gracious Father who came on this earth. He came wearing nothing but one piece of cloth, not for Himself but to wipe all our tears. Praise to the most humble King who came on this earth just to carry us home, to remind us that we can forget of ourselves without losing Him. I don't know what is God, I don't know what is true, just replace me with you. Praise to my Father, Sri Mooji. Praise to my Father, Sri Mooji. And let us call Him Shiva, Lord Mahadeva. Let us call Him Shiva, Lord Mahadeva. Shiva, Lord Mahadeva, the greatest of all. Praise to my Father. Praise to my Father, whose love surpasses all beauty. Praise to my Father, whose love surpasses all blessings. Praise to my Father who took our death and gave us His life. Praise to my Father who took our death and gave us His life. Praise to my Father, Sri Mooji. We can call Him Shiva, Mahadeva. the greatest of all. We can call him Shiva, Lord Mahadeva, the greatest of all.
Beautiful evening. Good sleeping, everybody.
Thank you. We love you.